Welcome students, and already we have created one Python programming. We send the link on 22 this month. Okay, so you should click the link and after then solve some problem. Okay, these are the problem. Okay, already we send you total numbers of 10 problems in HackerRank. So today we will explain some little bit problem, okay, how to solve the problem. So the first problem, suppose the problem is this: whenever you are clicking any link, okay, so that is the problem. Problem name is hello world. You have to print, okay. So at first you must read the problem. What they have written here is a sample line of code that can be executed in Python. So print hello world, okay. So after then, one is the input format. You do not need to read any input in this challenge, okay. You cannot write anything. Whatever he is saying, you have to follow it. And after then, the output format is like that: hello world, okay. And this is your sample output. Now we have written the program here. So before coming to print the hello world, at first everyone should think about this: what is if, name and age, okay. So you must note, before executing the code, Python, the interpreter reads source file and define few specific global variables, okay. So here this name will be set to the module name is available as a variable for this name, okay. That is the global, okay. So it will read everything. Now if you will submit the code, now see, once you will submit the code, then uh, the processor is very low, internet connection is very low. This is a problem, okay. So once you will submit the code, then after then see what will happen. So okay, so we got the answer. Now see, answer is we got. So such type of one message you will get. If suppose I will delete this one, okay, I will delete this one. Suppose I will delete this one, suppose, okay. Again I will submit the code. That is also hello world. Now you can see there is a error. There is an error. Why there is an error? Because I am not printing this one. According to this we have to follow. Getting? This is a very simple. So if you will write again here, this symbol, uh, this symbol is actually, this symbol is this, okay. So again if you will submit the code, then after then see your answer is executed. Very simple. Congratulations, okay. So very simple. Now we will go to the next problem. The next problem is, he has written task. What is your task? The provided code stub read two integers from stdin a and b. Add code to print three lines where now you have to follow this line. The first line contains the sum of two numbers, the second line contains the difference of two numbers, and the third line contains the product of two numbers, okay. You cannot add more lines, otherwise the you will get error. So the first value is a is equal to 3, b is equal to 5. So this is 5 plus 3 is equal to 8, and 3 minus 5 is equal to minus 2, and 5 into 3 is equal to 15, okay. So after then input format, okay, constant, okay, the value will be from 1 to, its range is 1 to 10 to the power 10, and b range is 1 to 10 to the power 10. And the output format, if you will input this, then the output will be this, in this format, okay. So this is the explanation. Now I will come here. So same also here, a is equal to input, so global variable, okay. So sorry, this is, what is the meaning of this? You will input something a and you will input something b, okay. Here user will not input, Okay, so this will work for any random variable or dynamic programming, where you can also think. Okay, it will work for every variable. Okay, every input. Now first we have written print a plus b, print a minus b, print a into b. If we will submit the code, now see, already we have written to reduce the time. Okay, so if we'll input, now see what will happen. See what will happen. It is taking more time because the internet connection is very slow. Okay, now again. Okay, so now you can see it is passed. Okay, now instead of writing this one, if I will write, this is also correct, na? If I will write star here, suppose I will write star here. Okay, or I will write star here, है ना, and after then I will write plus here, suppose. Okay, after then I am writing plus here. Now see, if I have written this one and I will submit the code, see what will happen. I will get an error, maybe 2 error, 3 error, I don't know. Okay, I will get error. Now see, it is again taking time because of the internet connection is very slow. Okay, so now you can see 2 error. Okay, failed, है ना? So whenever you are writing any program in HackerRank, okay, so at that time you have to read the instructions and you have to follow the instructions. If you will not follow, then you will never get the result. These are the very simple program, है ना? So now we will come to the next program. What is the next program? That is also very simple. Okay, the problem is the provided code stub read two integers a and b from stdin. Add logic to print two lines. The first line should contain the result of integer division. Okay, that is, and the second line will float division. That is the float division, that is the integer division. Already we explained inside the class. Okay, now so no rounding format is necessary. A is equal to 3, b is equal to 5. Answer is this. Okay, so there is one input format and this is the output format, and this is a sample input and sample output. You have to follow this conditions. Okay, if you will write this here or this here, or you will write any suppose you are writing your own algorithm, suppose, in that condition it will be never execute. If you will submit it, then you will get the result. Okay, very there is no error, you can see, because we are following the instructions. So whenever you are solving any program in HackerRank, so you have to follow the conditions. If you will not follow the conditions, then your program will be never execute even you are correct. Now I will show you another program. Another program is the provided code stub reads the integer n from stdin for all non-integers I is less than n. Print I square. He is saying print I square. So to complete this task, you can also write your own algorithm. Okay, है ना? But here you have to follow the instructions. This is very important. Now see here, n is equal to 3. The list of the number means whatever you will input, 0, 1, 3. It must be displayed like that, not 0, 1, 4. Okay, it must be displayed like that, 0, 1, 4. Okay, then input format constant, means your n range will be from 1 to 20. Okay, and output, and this is a sample input, sample output. Now see here what I have written. N is equal to input. Already the program will input something random. For I is I in range to n, then I into I. Very simple program. Okay, one line program, but here you have to follow the conditions. Now we will show you actually what we want to say. This is the awesome program. The program is the included code stub will read an integer n from stdin without using any string methods. Try to print the following 1, 2, 3 up to so on n. Okay, note here represents the consecutive value is between from n is equal to 5, and it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means even there will be any space, your output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, then after the next line 2, next line 3, then you will get an error, है ना. So there is one input format is this, constraint is n is range is from 1 to 150, and output is suppose your sample input is 3, then output is 1 to 3. Very simple. So what we have written here, so this is already they have mentioned. I have written only one line, this line. If you will if you will open this program, okay, this program name is print, okay, print function, okay. So I have written only one line. You have to follow also the same conditions. At first we have written print star. What is the meaning of this star? Range 1 to n plus 1. We have to print all the value from 1 to n plus 1. What is the meaning of this star? The first question. After then we have written SEP. SEP means separate by this. So let us at first we will discuss about this one. What is this actually? So we will go here, okay. I do not want to waste your time. So already we open the page. So clearly you can understand now here. So print, suppose I am writing print GFG, I have written SEP something. So after then your GFG means this GFG that will be printed, okay. So there is no separation. Now after then we input something 09122016. Separation is this, means you have to separate by this. So this underscore, so 09 something 12 underscore 2016, okay. Again after then suppose you have input this Pratik geek for geek, okay, and separation by this at the rate sign. So you can see the output is this, getting output is this. So I think that clearly you understand what is the meaning of this separation, okay. So separation means the separator between the arguments to print function in Python is space by default, है ना. The soft space features which can be modified and can be made to any character, integer or string, okay. So that is the parameter, we can say that is the parameter, okay. Now we will come to the next program. So I think that you understand what is the meaning of this, okay. So now the next, so your input output will be if you will input something, the output will be 1 2 3. So now next point is this. Your question is very interesting question. The question is task. What is the task? Given an integer n, perform the following conditional actions. If n is odd, print weird. If n is even, inclusive 2 to 5, print not weird. If n is even and is inclusive range 6 to 20, then print weird. And if n is even greater than 20, then not weird. So your input format is a single line containing a positive integer n, constraint is 1 to 100, output is this. Suppose you will input 3, suppose you will input, you know that 3 is the odd number, so that will be print. If you will input 24, then this will print, okay, not weird. So now this is already they have written, this I know I did not write, okay. This is already they have written, okay. So I have written only these line. This is the if else statement. So now first we have written if n divided by 2 not equal to 0. If n divided by 2 not equal to 0, so not equal to 0 means what is the meaning of that? Is the odd number, okay. Then it will print else if elif, you can say also elif, n divided by 2 is equal to 0 and n is greater than 2 and n is less than 5, means between 2 and 5, then you have to print this one. Already they have mentioned here, you can see we are following the constraint, okay. So what is the conditions? If n is even, okay, when it will divide by 2, that is even, and the number between 2 to 5, the number between 2 to 5, okay, then you will print this one. And if n is even, okay, n is even, okay, and your this range is from 0 to 20, sorry, 6 to 20, so n is greater than 6 and less than 20, then you will print this one, otherwise you will print this one. So if you will follow and you will submit your code, then your result will be pass. Very, very simple. I think that you understand. Now we are going to the next lecture, next program, sorry. The next program is already we have written this problem multiple times in the classroom, okay. So what is the question is the leap year, okay, question is the leap year. So we have to solve this problem by the help of function, okay. So an extra day will be added, in your calendar almost every 4 years as February 29, you already know, okay. When the number is divided by 4, and the number is divided by 100, and the number is divided by 400 also, that is the leap year. Otherwise this is not the leap year. You can say some example, 2000 is divided by 4 as well as 100 as well as 400, so this is the leap year. But if I will see 1800, this is divided by 4, है ना, this is also divided by 100, but this is not divided by 400, so this is not the leap year. So what is your task? Your task is, given a year, determine whether it is a leap year. If it is a leap year, return the boolean true. You have to follow this condition, return the boolean true, otherwise return false, okay. You cannot write your own algorithm here, you have to follow the conditions in this HackerRank. Now note that the code, okay, stdin and pass the argument is the isLeaf function, means your function name must be also isLeaf. You cannot write your own function name, okay, you cannot create, you have to follow this one. So your input format is year between 1900 to 10 to the power 5, and output is this. Very, very simple, है ना. If it is not then you will get false information. Now see here what we have written, same def, you have written the function is leap and argument is year, okay. So leap is equal to false, I am saying leap is equal to initially false. This is the boolean, already he has written, you have to write true or false, okay. So we are saying leap is equal to false, है ना. After then, if year divided by 4 as well as year divided by 100 as well as year divided by 400, then leap is equal to true, otherwise leap is equal to, in every condition leap is equal to false, okay, means otherwise false, and one condition we have written true. So when it is true, when it is divided by 4 and 100, okay, otherwise return, and at last we have written leap. So whatever the output is either true or false. So to write any program in Python, we have to follow the conditions, okay. So my request to all of the student, please enter, okay, click the link and solve all the problems. This is mandatory, you have to solve all the problems, okay, and you have to execute the program. We will check, okay. If you will not submit, then we will mark you absent, as well as we will not give you the AAT marks. This is compulsory and mandatory. Thank you so much. I think that you understand.